All right, welcome everybody to the Canadian Esports Championship Series Rocket League Division. We got Week 5 action coming in here tonight, and this afternoon, I guess. And I'm joined by the classic, of course, right beside me, Oblivion. Everybody knows him and everybody loves him. And we have a newcomer to the desk and to the team. We got Dom up in here. Dom is bringing some traditional sports experience to us, as well as just some great personality. And we're gonna have a good time. Dom, how you doing, man?
Awesome, man. Excited to be here. Don't know too much about the teams, but just excited to finally get in on some action.
Yeah, man, that's part of what I like about bringing new people into the fold is you're basically like introducing a new face into the community. Ooh, I didn't unmute our mics here. Okay, welcome everybody to the Canadian Esports Championship Series. Oh man, we are on the struggle bus right now with production. But my name is Wes Rambo. I'm joined by the classic Oblivion. I'm also joined by a newcomer, Dom. Dom, you just told us off mic, but tell us again how you doing, man.
Oh, we're doing great, man. Excited to be here. Excited to finally get in on some action.
All right. Dom is bringing some great traditional sports experience broadcasting, as well as, we're just happy to have another new face. And today we have got a couple of very exciting matches by a couple of teams that are very evenly matched. First of all, from the bottom of the standings, we've got Meese up against Brogania Winnipeg and Brogania Esports. And these two teams are, they have been able to challenge the top teams in a match here and there, and they also are right next to each other in the standings, so that's going to be a really interesting one, Oblivion. But also after that, we've got a big banger for you with Elusive versus Cat Jam, and Oblivion, this is the one we've all been waiting for.
That's right. Those are our top two seeds in this tournament. I am very excited to see this game go down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
see where it goes from there.
Yeah, we'll see. And reminder to everybody, these are best of fives. We have just a couple of more weeks left in the league before we get to the playoffs, and these teams are just fighting for seeding. Everybody's making it through to the playoffs, so we're going to have a great time tonight kind of finding out, whether Cat Jam or Elusive is going to come out on top and find that top spot. But first, we've got to settle a score between Meese and Brogania. And, these two teams, David, you mentioned that one of the players to watch was, I know him. His friends call him All Right Bud, of course. But the Great Oz is the one to watch.
Yeah, so both these teams have some really great players, but the ones that have stood out to me here on the Brogania side is the Great Oz. He has a lot of good mechanics behind his play style. And on the other side, we have Rocket Man. I've had the opportunity to play with both these players, I believe, and I've just seen such great things from both of them. It's absolutely crazy what these players can do out here.
All right. Well, quickly before we get into it, Dom, I just want to get your take here. I know that these teams are unfamiliar to you and that you've been brushing up on Rocket League a little bit. So I wanted to ask you a little bit about kind of like what you'd like to see from teams at this level. We've got Community Rocket League coming together. It's people who maybe are kind of playing competitively together for the first time. So from what you've been kind of watching and seeing, what are you looking for in these players?
Well, I think nearing in on playoffs here, since everybody makes playoffs, they're not as worried about the seeding or trying to win games to get in, but it's just about finding cohesiveness as a weekend and kind of perfecting each other's tendencies and kind of knowing how each other like to play going into these big games and playoffs. So it's not too long away here.
Yeah, I love that because that's exactly the kind of thing we've seen with various teams coming together, and maybe the highest skill team starts off with a bunch of wins, but then as other teams kind of get that teamwork together and then practice more together, they get the chance to overcome those mechanically skilled players. So really excited to see that. Dom and I are going to go in on the cast for this first one of Meese up against Brogania Winnipeg, and we are getting right into the game, David, so you can give him the go-ahead because we are ready to go.
All right, and I'm just saying that out to the players now here as they join the teams. We're about to get into this, and I'll be heading out for now.
Awesome. All right, we are here on the blue side. It's going to be Brogania on the orange side. It's Meese, and we're getting it started off already with a big demo coming in from Belong, the Great Oz, and taken down, but the ball's still in midfield.
Yeah, interested to see what the kind of strategy these teams implement early here to try and get the edge. We know how important the first goal is, so we'll see who's able to get on the board first.
Yeah, see what kind of momentum can be brought here. And so far you can see that these teams definitely letting the ball bounce unattended a little bit in the middle of the map. Maybe a couple of these teams trying to warm up a little bit before they're feeling like they can really get something going. But a chance already, and before I can even finish, Nick Nuked is able to finish that one home on the blue side.
Yeah, with the ball bouncing around there, nobody could really gain possession. It was kind of a mess there in the middle of the field for a minute, but kind of some lax defense leaves a wide open chance, and a good finish there.
Absolutely. Nice coordination there coming in early on. And like I said, maybe a little bit of nerves, maybe a little bit of warm-up to be done here. These teams need to shake off the cold, but now we do see a little bit of control. So that's going to be Maple Meese, who have had some impressive stuff going on so far in this league. But the Great Oz, of course, one to watch. And here's the Mao with a chance up front. Not quite getting it in.
Ooh. No, just got over top of that one a little bit. Couldn't quite hit the ball down. That would have been a great chance to get a huge one.
Now over in the corner, Flash Grundle not managing to get much purchase on there, and it's cleared back over. Wow, these are very, very dangerous situations here where the ball just flutters out in front, but that one, well, tentatively cleared so far by Brogania.
Yeah, that was the last second. Looked like there was going to be some trouble there out of nowhere.
Didn't quite come to fruition. So Rocket Man trying to find something here, and we are seeing a big lob coming out towards the net, but there's Flash Grundle managing to clear with the help of his teammates. And it's back into the corner. Lots of scraps and lots of big commitments coming in from both of these teams.
Yeah, neither team really having much possession. It's a lot of back and forth. The ball's up at the roof more than anything, and wow, that one came out of nowhere.
The Mao, exactly coming out of nowhere there, just shooting through the entire crowd in front of the net. The Mao finding the entry there, and that's going to equalize 1-1 in this first game.
Yeah, I think 4 guys out front just went right past that one, and that's a tap-in.
Those are the kind of commitments that you definitely are able to take advantage of if you've got, like you said, a little bit more of that team coordination together. So we'll see if they can find that. Ball coming out front here. There is a chance out front in the middle there, but not quite going to come to fruition there either. The Mao now able to clear, and it's back into the enemy zone. Oh, the Mao actually manages to get around, and the Mao gets another one there.
Wow.
A scrappy goal out front, and a great individual play from the Mao.
Yeah, that was some sneaky work to get that one out of the corner. A little bank pass to himself, and finishes off his second of the game.
Really nice job there. The Mao, one of the pillars of our community, bringing a lot of these players together in this league. So shout out to him. Great job on and off the field. The Great Oz, still a player to watch, still not able to find much, but it is Brogania who have gone up so far 2-1 in this game. And remember, these two teams playing for seeding, playing to get out of the last place position there, as neither of these teams have found a win yet. So this is going to be a really, really big one for either one of these teams.
Yeah, right out of the gate, it looked like Brogania might be in a little trouble after giving up that early one. And there was almost a second one that was close right off the hop, but they really regained their composure a little bit, and they're kind of dictating the play a little bit now.
They definitely are having some control here. The Great Oz now looking for something. Rocket Man has a chance out front, and there's a save coming in. The Mao barely getting that one out, and you could see all 3 members static in front of the of their own net for Brogania. Here's Maple Meese with another chance, banking off the corner, but there we go. Flash Grundle, good discipline, clear once again.
Yeah, they haven't let the action go on and around their end too often. Flash Grundle especially has cleared those a long ways away from the net whenever having the opportunity there.
Yeah, Flash Grundle always in position. Great Oz, actually a little bit of a breakdown in communication there. Close shot from the crossbar, another rebound, but it also hits the crossbar. Just a little bit high on both of those shots. A minute left with 2-1 in the scoreboard. There's Brogania looking to take game 1 of the series here. Rocket Man trying to juggle, but not going to happen. Belong follows up, and now the ball is back in the enemy zone.
Closing in on the final minute here. We'll see if anybody can grab a huge one here in the next couple seconds.
Chance out front there for Brogania. Not quite going to happen. Not quite going to be able to finish anything there. And Nick Nuked doing some fancy footwork here, and it might pay off. Very close, but doesn't quite get it. Oh, look at all three players with a chance, but they just did not have the angle. Here's a lob pass. That one's on track, but the Mao, good control in the air. Finds a way to get it out of the way. Flash Grundle as well out in the corner. All they're trying to do is delay. They don't need a goal. They just need to keep it away. Oh man, Maple Meese are trying to everything they can, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. 1 second remaining. Ball hits the ground. Brogania take the first.
Oh, they're lucky to sneak out with that one. Some tense moments in the final 20 seconds there. Couple right there, but they just can't find the back of the net. And Brogania holds on for a tight one.
Very close indeed. Brogania able to take the first. Brogania are below Maple Meese in the standings, having not quite having as strong of an over/under, but both of these teams still looking for their first victory. So this is going to be a big one, no matter what, as we ready up for Game 2 here. And yeah, like you said, it's exactly right. It looked like Brogania might be in a little trouble. It looked like they did not have control, and looked like neither team kind of had control at the beginning, but Maple Meese coming out on top. But Brogania, a couple of nice individual plays from the Mao, and grabs on the first. Now we're into the second, baby.
Yeah, there were some great moments from Mao in the first there. Overall, though, I mean, Maple Meese did dictate the play a little bit. They definitely had more shots, more high-quality chances. But at the end of the day, all that matters is the score, and Brogania came out on top.
Absolutely true. And doesn't matter what the goals look like as long as they go in. So now it is Brogania with a little bit of control in the orange zone. But here we go. There's Rocket Man, and making a statement early on with a great juggle out in midfield. Take a look at this replay here. Rocket Man, great goal.
Yeah, that's a solid finish. It's, I mean, the theme of that last game was the chances that they didn't finish. Like we said, the shots, they let in chances, but didn't come on top of the score. That time they finished their chance and grabbed an early lead.
All right, I've got a message in Twitch chat from Big Daddy Brogan, who says it's pronounced Brogania. So we will go with that pronunciation. My mistake, everybody. I'll take the L on that one. Thanks, Big Daddy Brogan. You always have our back. Brogania it is. And Brogania are up 1-0 in the series, but Maple Meese are up 1-0 in this game so far, and off of a great, a great play. And like you said, they were the ones mostly controlling the offensive play last game. So we'll see if they can continue to do that here, as Nick Nuked already is finding a little bit of purchase here. Rocket Man as well. This is good. They find the ball out in the middle, and oh, it goes so close, but Long just hits the post, and there we go. Rocket Man somehow sneaks that one in.
Wow, yeah, they weren't really forcing anything. They were just kind of playing a back and forth game, just kind of waiting for an opportunity to come up, and Rocket Man does a great job to pounce all over it once it gets into that dangerous area, and another nice finish for his second. There we go.
The Mao, of course, tried to save that one, but just didn't quite get the angle, and ended up going off the Mao in the end. So can't feel good, but the Mao has done his work in this series so far. Gonna have to be the rest of the team piping up with some goals. 2-0 now for Maple Meese, and we'll see if they can maintain this lead with 3 minutes remaining. Just a nice demo there. Flash Grundle taking out Belong. See if that opens up any space. Doesn't seem to create any difference on the field so far, as the ball still sort of rolling around midfield. Nobody able to get some real momentum with the ball. Something you see in some of those higher ranked players is that the ball is just moving at max speed all the time. They've got to have such tight precision. Here, for these few games so far, it looks like there's a bit more of an opening sometimes with the ball stagnant a little bit in midfield, and I think once these players start figuring out how to take advantage of that, that's how you can really get an edge in this series.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that teams will really have to be keyed in on come playoff time, as that one sneaks in. Wow, a long one.
I looked over at one of my production screens over here, and the ball was in before I could look back. Wow, that is a great shot from midfield there from Nick Nuked. That's going to put Maple Meese up to 3, and looks like as if you get that many chances like you did in Game 1, eventually they're going to start going in.
Yeah, they've got to feel pretty good about that, knowing that the things they were doing in the first game were right. They just needed to stick to their game, and the chances would start to fall.
Absolutely. Just persist. That's the best thing about a best of series with a bunch of games in it, is that you've got to stick to your guns, and if you've got a good game plan, it will eventually shine through. So far, that's happening for Maple Meese, who are up 3-0. Flash Grundle's looking for a chance here, and the Mao as well. Remember, the Mao has been the one to score so far. Ooh, there's a great chance, and wow, that is an incredible play coming out of Brogania out in front. Look at this ceiling pass here.
Wow, great job to get in and get the perfect angle on that one. Short side, tucks it up high. Good finish, but like you said, awesome play off of the roof there.
You love to see it. That's some great air play coming in there, and Flash Grundle with an excellent finish. There we go. That means Brogania are on the board. 1-3 is the score. 140. This is definitely doable, but starting to get close.
Was just about to say they've got to find one fast if they want to stay in this one, and they did, but the work only just begun. They need another one fast now.
They've got a long way to go and only 1:30 to do it, so we'll see if they can race forward. Rocketman with a demo to take out the Mao, but the ball is popped up in the air in the orange zone. Finally, they do manage to get the clear. Rocketman with good control, but that's not the angle he wanted. Will Nick Nuke be able to find something? It's the Great Oz with a chance, but Nick Nuked has got a breakaway now. He's going in for the goal. The Mao can't catch up, and Nick Nuked with another one on the board.
Nice finish. A good play to get in alone, and he's not going to make any mistake once that's the case. Whew. And that just might put this one away.
Yeah, might have confirmed it there. You can see Nick Nuked and Rocketman, the 2 goal scorers for Maple Meese. Brogania with 1 by Flash Grundle off that great passing play, but they're going to need quite a bit more of that. They need to prove it wasn't a fluke, because Maple Meese certainly are doing so.
Yeah, they're starting to look comfortable now. They look like they have their game figured out, and they're starting to play as a unit. They've really been putting the pressure on here, but we'll see if that trend continues.
We will see indeed. Great Oz picking up some boost there. The Mao is going for something, but he actually misses the ball, and so now it's back into the blue zone. It's Great Oz back to defend, Flash Grundle assisting, and they are going to be able to get out with a double commit, but Nick Nuked with a great steal. Trying to go around the corner there. Tries to pop it out in the middle. Not in a particularly dangerous position, but now it is. There's Belong. Flash Grundle with a great save to clear.
Yeah, I like the idea there to just get it up in the air. You've seen a lot of chances out front that have just been missed today, so why not just throw it up in the air, see if a guy can't get on the end of it out front. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite go that time.
Doesn't quite happen, and now with 4 seconds left, this one is going to equalize the series here, and that's going to be Maple Meese getting to 1-1 on the scoreboard. So there we go. Maple Meese, like we said, they were looking in control, and this time it paid off on the scoreboard there.
Yeah, 2 goals each for Nick Nuked and Rocketman. And yeah, like you said, they just continued on the trend from the first game. The shots were a little more even that game, but they just took advantage of all their chances.
And just before we go into the next game, I want to confirm we had some questions about ping, making sure we're not switching servers or anything, David?
Everything seems to be good here. One of the players just seems to have a bit of a connection issue, but it seems to be better now.
All right, seems to have resolved itself. So we're getting into game 3. Time for somebody to get over to match point here. Once we get in, Brogania in blue, Maple Meese in orange. These 2 teams both fighting for their first victory in the league. So that's going to be a very, very important one here as we approach playoffs. And we start off with the ball going into Brogania's zone. Great Oz trying to find something there. Flash Grundle as well, keeping it in, but they just lose control, and their rotations just aren't quite on point to get the ball into the danger zone yet.
Yeah, they just can't quite find that cohesiveness as a unit, and a good chance there. Can't quite find it, but somebody else is going to have to step up for them eventually. The Mao with their only 2 goals so far and really the majority of their good chances. So they're going to have to find something else from elsewhere if they're going to want to really compete in this.
Yeah, and quiet so far from the great Oz, who was kind of our player to watch for these games. So that's somebody to look out for. And you did see Great Oz kind of going for a little bit of control. Oh, such a close shot there. And Nick Nuked coming in with the finish. That is an amazing setup there with Rocket Man going off the top. It's just so close to the post, and then Nick Nuked just puts it in easily.
Yeah, they seem to have kind of found the strategy that's working here, playing those balls high up into the middle. They're getting a lot of finishing chances. And a couple chances at a time, like you said there, Rocket Man was just wide, but stay persistent on it, and they're going to keep getting those rebounds out front.
And once again, I'm corrected by chat because I believe Maple Meese do have a win that just wasn't recorded yet on the scoreboard. They do have a win against Silver Squeeze. Rocket Man with a great chance there. But in any case, both of these teams fighting to stay alive in the league, fighting for their seed. Now Belong trying to find some control over in the corner. Rocket Man as well helping. A bit of a commitment. That's a nice idea coming in from Maple Meese, but they are not able to capitalize on that one. Like we said, though, it's Maple Meese just with all the control in the world so far in this series, unless the Mao can say something about it, but he can't. All effortlessly out in the corner there.
Yeah, there just hasn't been too many high-danger chances like we've seen from Maple Meese. It seems to be kind of one rush down and then a good clear.
Yeah, exactly. The one-trick ponies coming in here, not quite able to find more creativity. A bit of a nice shot there from Great Oz, and will the Mao be able to put it in? Not quite. It's just so close for these players. Flash Grundle as well, looking for one. A little bit off the mark. Now Brogania definitely with a bit of a better look here, but oh no, is this one just going to dribble in? Flash Grundle with a great save on the last legs. And Great Oz, does he find the chance here? The lob, Rocket Man with an excellent save of his own. This series is definitely heating up here in Game 3.
Yeah, it's heating up. That clear off the Brogania line, I was going to say that was going to be a backbreaker after they finally sustained some pressure and got kind of their best chances in almost a game, and then to have one dribble over the line on the other end, that would have been heartbreaking. So great clear there.
Absolutely, yeah. And now Brogania do seem to have woken up a bit. You can see a little bit more aggression. A few passing plays. Great Oz with a nice clear there. Almost manages to find something, but Rocket Man will clear as well, finding some boost on the way. Flash Grundle, look at this. It looks like they're just so much more dynamic right now on the side of Brogania. Question is, will they be able to convert? And it doesn't appear so far, but this is exactly the way Maple Meese was looking in Game 1. They just had so many chances, and it feels like only a matter of time.
Yeah, it certainly does. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like Maple Meese is too eager to get on the attack. They're kind of sitting back a little bit right now and realizing the pressure's upping and kind of content with their lead at the moment.
Yeah, looking to keep it at 0-1 here, as that would give them the game and put them at match point in this series. Maple Meese just continuing to deny any plays that might be coming in from Brogania. But the aggression continues, and oh man, Flash Grundle, just as we say it, Flash Grundle from downtown puts it in from pretty much half court. Look at this, way behind half court actually, and wow, what a shot there by Flash.
That's a big one, right on the money, and just what the doctor ordered. Like we said, somebody other than the Mao getting involved. Finally, somebody else is on the board. Good finish by Flash Grundle there. Yeah,
and you gotta love Flash Grundle being able to get it, because he definitely has been the one who's been back on defense a lot of the time, going for those saves. So him being able to find that angle and get one from long range, really valuable. But now it is back on the attack for Maple Meese. They know now that they cannot just sit on their laurels. They've got to find something. Good defense there so far, though, by Brogania, and we are looking at a 1-1 scoreline with 45 seconds left. Flash Grundle needs to make a defensive play. Great work there by Flash Grundle to turn the ball around. They're going to get control once again.
Yeah, Flash Grundle's been great this game, not only keeping it off the line, but moving it up forward as well, and clearing the ball out of the danger areas quickly. And Maple Meese hasn't had sustained opportunities like they did in those first two games, where it's chance after chance.
Exactly. This is a very different look in general for the series, but oh my god, Rocketman and Belong combine. Look at this play from Rocketman. Pounces it up, Flash Grundle can't get purchase, and Belong just coming in with the one-timer. That is excellent coming in from Maple Meese, and it puts them up 2-1 with 15 seconds left.
Wow, that was a big one. And that's going to be the first of the game for Belong, and it's not going to get much easier than that. What a setup by Rocketman.
Exactly. Rocketman with all the glory in that play. It's 5 seconds remaining, and we need a miracle right now from Brogania. Will they find it? 1-0. That is the ball hitting the ground, and a heartbreaker for Brogania, who just had such control of the ball for so long in that game. But Maple Meese, with just a couple of great plays, they are the ones who take it in the end and bring it up to 2-1 and match point here in this best of 5.
Yeah, it's certainly not over. That was a lot closer one, but we'll see how their morale is as a team after putting together probably their best game there and falling short with a heartbreaking finish there.
Yeah, because Maple Meese definitely didn't look, they were still looking sharp in that game. It just looked like Brogania had a different look and a more aggressive, a more aggressive outlook on the game that allowed them to continue to get those chances over and over again. So I loved what I saw from Brogania there. They were just really working together well. Maple Meese, though, feels like all they need is just to, turn that key once or twice, and they can just find a goal right off the hop. Rocketman in particular looking great this series.
Yeah, and showing they can play different styles too. Game 2 is all about being on the attack and peppering them with chances. Game 3, they kind of sit back and wait for the counterattack and get their chances that way.
Exactly, and we will see if they continue to do so as we are into Game 4 of the series. Match point here, Maple Meese looking to take out Brogania Winnipeg in this game and this game alone. Brogania, though, I've got to say, if I had to predict, I would predict Brogania for this one after the last game we just saw. It's the same pattern, they find all these chances. Oh, man, just as I say it, Maple Meese almost shut me up with Belong with a huge long-range shot. It doesn't go in, though, just off the posts, and we're back into midfield.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we can expect a lot of the same. I think that... Oh! just about jinxed it again. I was gonna say though that I think Maple Meese will be content to kind of play that same style as last game. They don't need to press and try and do too much and get caught. They know what lead they have, and they know that they can make it work that way as well. So I don't think they're gonna press too much. Expect Brogania to be on the attack.
Exactly. Brogania not wanting to let up here, and they are certainly not letting up here. They are very, very close to the enemy net, but not quite managing to get it, and actually may have left themselves vulnerable. No, they do get 2 players back. Well done on the defense there, and the Mao. Ooh, the Mao had a chance, but just gets destroyed by Nick Nuked there. The demo coming in, well-timed, and the clear is allowed as well. And now, look at this. They've kind of split the gates here, but the clear does come through back into the corner.
Yeah, both teams playing pretty strong defense right now. Hasn't been any real strong chances yet in this Game 4.
Not like we were seeing in the previous games. Nobody able to set up a really, really pretty passing play. Mostly just kind of long balls and trying to clear. The Mao has the opportunity to get a defense here, and it has a nice steal there, but Nick Nuked is there to follow up. I like how they play this, and this might pay off here. Nick Nuke looks for another shot. The rebound's coming back and forth, but they do not find it, and now Nick Nuke is back on the defense, and that one almost went in from the other side. There's another shot, but it doesn't go in. Finally, the great Oz finishes after a million chances in a second there, and it's Brogania with the finish.
What a sequence on both ends. Both teams just inches wide on both ends on multiple occasions. What a huge first goal for Brogania. We'll see what kind of game they try and play now here for the rest of this Game 4. Do they sit back, or do they try and get an insurance marker?
That is the question here. Brogania definitely have been on the back foot a lot of this series, but they have turned the tides in these last 2 games. And they are definitely looking to continue to do so. The Mao now is the last player back. The Mao gets a clear out. Brogania, they just look so different in the second half. It looks like they just needed a little bit of warm-up here, and they are off to the races as the great Oz, the player we said we wanted to watch, finds another one there, and this time it was all him.
Yeah, everybody in the game on the board now. The great Oz player to watch, like you said, We'll see if that maybe sparks something for the great Oz. But wow, that was a huge goal insurance marker and in firm control of game 4.
There we go. Brogania, 2 minutes left. They need to hold on to a 2-0 lead. We'll see if they can do so with Maple Meese now going to be turning up the heat and trying to get even more aggressive here. Belong.
And we've seen moments like that from Maple Meese where they can, seemingly out of nowhere, create some opportunities and get 5-6 shots. Here comes one right away.
They're trying for it. Still a little bit of a scrap in the corner. Not going to be finding anything out of that one. Flash Grundle now able to find a little bit of a chance. Actually, that shot was pretty hard. Definitely had to make some effort to stop that one. And yeah, you know, Brogania just able to keep control here more and more as the game goes along. And these two teams are back and forth with control and with possession at this point. But all this back corner here has seen most of the action in this game, and that's been down to Brogania being able to really just keep the gas all the way up here. And look at this! Flash Grundle finds an aggressive one coming in. 3-0 for Brogania. A complete turnaround from what we've been seeing.
Yeah, wow, you called it. Like you said, this game, they've just been getting the ball deep, not focused on getting a net at first, just working those corners, trying to get that possession, just letting the chances come to them. And sure enough, they work at it long enough, and that's an easy one again.
Absolutely. Flash Grundle just kind of riding alongside it on the front of the goal. Belong looking for a chance, and a little bit of desperation is going to be needed right now for Maple Meese, who are down 3-0 with a minute left. This comeback looking less and less likely here, especially with Brogania playing the way they have been with all the clearing they've been able to do.
Yeah, just a total flip of the switch. They just seem so much more confident in the plays they're making and kind of where they're able to put these balls and kind of plays they're able to make, not just on the offensive end either.
Absolutely. Demo from the Mao. Will that open something up? Rocket Man with an exceptional shot from the corner. Look at this angle that he finds here. This is a bounce off of the wall, and then Rocket Man. Oh my God, man. That is an insane touch.
Wow, just the smallest of touches. Got to be so precise there. Just the perfect angle. Nice finish. And we're not done yet.
Not quite. 2 more goals required. We need to see some fireworks here coming in from Maple Meese. Will we find it here? That's a nice clear by the Great Oz. And yeah, 15 seconds left. This is so down to the wire, and Maple Meese need something special if they want to pull this one out. It looks less and less likely as we get 10-9. And that likely to do it here with the Mao continuing to keep it in the middle there. All they need is for it to touch the ground, and we are going to Game 5.
We are going to Game 5. Wow. A total flip of the switch in the last 2 games. Brogania has really found some, like we talked about pregame, kind of what the goal was today, to find cohesiveness as a unit. And they've definitely gelled a lot better the last 2 games. Let's see if they can continue that going. Who do you like in Game 5 after Brogania now wins a couple?
Well, it's the question of momentum, right? Like, these two teams have been so back and forth in terms of surges of energy, and Brogania is on one right now. The question is, can they keep it going? And from what I've been seeing from the plays, you know, the Great Oz finally, you know, coming up. I did see some good stuff from Maple Meese, but I gotta predict Brogania, man.
Yeah, like you said, momentum is going to be such a factor, and they got to love the way they're playing now. I think they just kind of keep playing that same style, kind of working the corners and not trying to force any chances, but kind of just letting them come to them.
Absolutely. Game 5 it is. If you're in League of Legends, you know Silver Scrapes is playing in your head right now. We got a special song coming in, and we don't have any special songs yet for this. Just keep an eye out on that. I hear No Frills has got some sort of crazy playlist, and they are one of our sponsors. So maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see what's happening with see if we can get some classic Game 5 music. But for now, we just got the hype in chat, and we have the hype in the server right now because these two teams are fighting for the win in this game. Winner takes it all here with 2-2 on the board.
Yeah, and all players seeming a little more confident as well individually too.
Yep.
Everybody's on the board now. So we'll see who's going to be the hero in Game 5.
Absolutely. Flash Grundle looking for one early on, but Maple Meese managed to find a clear. What a play! Rocket Man again with the finisher, but it's Belong this time with the setup. These two just keep pairing up for amazing plays. And Rocket Man, what is that touch? I need you to come over and touch some of my belongings to turn them to gold, man, because that is a Midas touch right there.
Oh, that's unbelievable. The skill it takes to just, at the perfect angle, get the slightest touch. Impressive.
Impressive stuff. Brogania not to be deterred, though. They are looking for a chance early on, right after. Great Oz with very close match there. The Mao doesn't quite get the angle he wants, and Flash Grundle has to get it back in. Not quite the chance they were looking for yet, but Brogania... Oh no! They're trying to get it out in front, and unfortunately it was Belong in front who was the one who tapped it in. Just couldn't find the angle and couldn't get it out of the way. Oh, tragedy for Maple Meese.
That's the kind of game I said they'd want to play, but I thought maybe it'd be them tapping it in, not the other way around.
Exactly. Oh man, Belong's got to be kicking himself.
Just keeping it simple and good things happen.
There we go, another chance. Look at this complete domination in these last two plays. Great Oz just stuffing it through their faces here. The Mao with one, the Great Oz with the follow-up, and both players just helplessly in the net, not able to do anything. And just as soon as you can blink, Brogania is in the lead. Yeah,
and just like that, the Great Oz tied for the lead on goals in the day too.
Oh my God, dumb! What is going on in this game?
Unbelievable. We can't even get a word in here. Trying to break stuff down, and Rocket Man comes out of nowhere.
These players are like...
regains the goal lead himself.
These players are like, I don't want analysis. I'm scoring again. And yeah, 2-2 in terms of the games, and it's the Great Oz and Rocket Man, the two star players emerging here. And these two teams are just trading haymakers at this point, back and forth. And we're back. It's 0-0, Dom. It's nothing except the ball in front of you here. Nothing to come back from. And we'll see if these teams can mentally reset.
That's right. And we were surprised early kind of on kind of a slow start from the guys we featured beforehand, saying might be the key players, but they really showed in the last couple games, and especially now in the most clutch game, why we did highlight them.
Exactly. Yeah, the Great Oz in particular really popping off here, but Rocket Man as well. Nick Nuke going for the individual play. Nick Nuke coming in with the goal off of the top and right to the net. Look at this replay. Just bask in the glory, man.
Wow. Nick Nuke says, you're talking about star players. I'll show you a little something. What a finish.
Unbelievable. Nick Nuked with a great individual piece of ball control there. And that does put Maple Meese back in the lead, but it's tentative at best. You know that they need insurance on this one. You know that they are not sufficient with just one goal, and that is exactly what Nick Nuked is saying. He puts it in from his own zone, and that is another goal and the insurance they were looking for with Nick Nuked from the back.
Yeah, they weren't messing around. They heard you say insurance marker. They said, sure, we'll go get it right now. And one more. I mean, if they get the next one, you got to think it's over. This next one's going to be huge.
Could be, except with the speed that Brogania were able to get those first two goals they had, I'm not sure you can ever say it's over in this series right now. We'll see what Nick Nuked can do, because he does seem to be kind of turning it up at this point. Rocket Man looking for one out front, but Belong is the one who ends up missing as well. The Mao trying to get a bank off the corner, but doesn't find that, and so it's back into the enemy zone. Great Oz finding something, but everybody just trying to keep it up in the air at this point. And Brogania, you know, they had a couple of great chances, and they might have another one. The Mao looking for a shot. Doesn't quite put it in there. Flash Grundle as well, but they've lost control of it, and it's back in their zone.
Yeah, good job there. Just parked out front and able to clear. There's multiple bodies there ready for the clear. It was close, and close again.
Close again. Great Oz looking for something. Continuing to look for those and tries to feather his way into the way of that ball, but doesn't find it. And so now it's back into the midfield. Lots of high midfield balls. And we were talking about the ball. Oh, there we go. I don't need to talk about that, because Great Oz just comes out of absolutely nowhere and scores here. Look at the speed. Flash Grundle banks it off, and there's Great Oz. Blink and you'll miss him, but he puts it in and puts them within one.
Yeah, great speed, like you said. I was just about to say they haven't really been able to muster up any high-quality chances in the last bit. A lot of midfield balls. But finally, they take advantage of their first opportunity in a bit, and we're right back in the game here.
There we go. Oh, going towards, oh my god, they just cannot give us a break with Rocket Man coming in and finding an angle out in the corner. Look at this, just finds it out in the open, and the Great Oz caught out of position there. You have to say maybe a bit of a defensive mistake from Brogania in that play.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a mistake, and Rocket Man's not going to miss those chances at this point in the series. His third of just this game alone, and yeah, that's a backbreaker right there. They're going to need to score one quick, but like you said before, they've been able to score quick ones in this game.
Yeah, 1 minute 30 remaining, and this is game 5. Whichever team wins this game wins the match, so everything is down to this, and Maple Meese definitely know it. They are not pulling any punches at this point, as Nick Nuked continues to try to find control in the corner, but it does get cleared. The thing is, Brogania, it seems like their chances haven't been from, you know, like this relentless pressure that both of these teams have used to really get the advantage over each other. It's been sort of fluke breakaway type of things, and it definitely is their skill that's coming through, but it might not be as consistent a way to find those goals. Oh, man.
No.
And speaking of consistency, man, Rocket Man with 4.
Just the way you're describing it was the exact opposite of how Maple Meese has gone about it. They've had some real skilled goals this game, and Rocket Man, I mean, that's the 4th for Rocket Man just this game alone. Some super skill up front. That one was an easy one on some great setup rather, but they've just been a real cohesive unit in that attacking zone right now.
They definitely have. There's Nick Nuked with a demo, trying to clear up some space. I always like to see demos. I say there's never too many in a Rocket League match at Manitoba at CECS here. Nick Nuked, though, finding something. Flash Grundle with a little flip reset to try to make something happen in the midfield, try to get control, but the ball just ends up kind of bouncing stagnant in the midfield, ready for Rocket Man to scoop it up. Doesn't get anything off of it, and Flash Grundle's looking for another chance. There's 15 seconds left. This looks all but done here, as it looks like Maple Meese are going to take this series.
Yeah, just a couple seconds left, and that should just about do it. An impressive game after dropping a couple and looking like to lose the momentum. Maple Meese just finds the game that they kind of got away for a moment and said, no problem, we were in control all along.
Absolutely. Coming back to the analyst desk here, and we will have a little chat about what we just saw with Dom and with you, Oblivion, because, man, what an exciting series. Going to 5 games, we don't always see it, but these two teams just seem so evenly matched.
That's right. I was kind of watching along there, a little less in that last match, but there was some absolutely crazy plays there. We had Rocket Man nearly coming off the roof on that one shot, where he just brought it right to the corner of the net. That was pretty crazy in that last game. But overall, a great play from each team. I'm sure that these teams could go back and forth all day, and it would be pretty balanced from what we've seen there.
Yeah, no doubt.
It could have gone either way.
Absolutely. So there we go. Maple Meese do take the victory 3-2 in the best of 5 over Brogania Winnipeg. And yeah, really close. I can't wait to see these two teams face off in the playoffs here. But now that we've finished that game, we are moving on to Cat Jam up against Elusive, the top 2 teams. But the question is, are they going to be able to put up as exciting a match? Because these two teams are giving them a run for their money, that's for sure. So we will see what we find in that second game, and we will see you with that game after a quick break, just to get everybody in the lobby and get everybody readied up. And we might have a bit of a special guest coming on for the second half of the stream. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll see you very, very soon.